Hey guys, this is Chef Diego from Best Friend Restaurant here at Park MGM in Las Vegas. I'm going to show you 2 easy dishes to make that are guaranteed to give you props from the homies, but also make you everyone's best friend. All right, we're going to move into the first dish, kimchi fried rice. One of my favorite dishes, and it's guaranteed to make some mouths water. Start off with your kimchi, which is fermented cabbage, a little bit of onion, a little bit of spices in there. Next, you move on to your day-old rice, a little bit of butter, scallions, and then salt and pepper. And last but not least, we'll do our dipping sauce, which I'll show you guys how to make next. And for the dipping sauce, this is what you're gonna need. Ginger, some garlic, jalapenos, little sesame oil, salted shrimp, gochugaru, and last but not least, a little bit of soy sauce, and we'll add water on as well, just to help kind of dilute some of the saltiness so it's not overly powerful. And that's it. We'll start off with the scallions. You just want to get about 2 tablespoons of that, thinly sliced scallions. After the scallions, we'll move into some ginger. Tablespoon of the ground ginger. Then do some garlic. I like to start off by smashing the garlic, makes it easier to chop up. And we'll start off with a little drizzle of sesame oil. Do about a tablespoon of the Korean chili flakes, the gochugaru, and a nice tablespoon of the salted shrimp. This is gonna give it a nice little umami flavor to it. And then some soy sauce. Can't forget your jalapeno. This is gonna give it a nice little bit of heat. And you see it's nice and chunky in there. Thin it out with just a little bit of water. Ready to go. All right, now that the dipping sauce is done, let's head on over and make that kimchi fried rice. All right, now that we're making the kimchi fried rice, there's just one thing to keep in mind is you want to keep going with this. You don't want to take too much time in between steps. It's a quick, easy dish. Key point being quick. So you start off with your hot pan, add a little bit of oil to your pan. Then we move in with the dried rice, 1.5 to 2 cups of rice. Just give it a little bit of a shake to make sure none of the rice is sticking. You always want to season, so definitely add a little bit of salt and a little bit of black pepper. You can practice your flipping skills right here, Next, we'll move in with the rest of our ingredients. As the bottom's getting crispy, I'm just gonna add this to the top. Nice little spoonful of the kimchi right there. A little pinch of scallions. This is the dipping sauce that we made earlier. You're gonna take a nice little spoonful of that. And from there, you're gonna kind of just chop everything in and fold it in. There's your kimchi fried rice. And if you want, you could be done right there, but I like to take it up a little bit, make it a little tastier by adding a poached egg on top. Now that we finished that kimchi fried rice, let's move on to my next favorite dish, fried bologna sandwich. I'm gonna use a little bit of white bread. I like to use white Wonder Bread just because it reminds me of my childhood. Do some Oscar Mayer bologna, Swiss cheese. You'll get a little bit of mayonnaise, your mustard, a little bit of butter to help brown that sandwich up, some bread and butter pickles, and lastly, a little bit of Tabasco to help kick it up a notch. Let's do this. All right, so to start off with the fried bologna sandwich, we start with the first part, frying the bologna. A little oil in the pan, a couple slices of bologna in there. From here, you can add your Swiss cheese. So while that's going, you can turn it down a little bit. Start spreading some butter on the bread. Spread a little mustard on both sides. And I like to add a little mayo on one side just for the creaminess. Starting to melt, which is perfect. Kind of load them up, one on top of the other. And lastly, what I like to top it off with is some bread and butter pickles that I've tossed in a little bit of Tabasco sauce. And you could just add a little bit more butter just to evenly kind of brown that sandwich. You could take it off the heat if you want from there. This is the simple version of the fried bologna sandwich. Of course, you could kind of take this any which way you want. You could change it up. You could add a little bit of sauerkraut to that. You could add raw jalapenos to it. You know, whatever you prefer, but I like to have mine like this. Maybe a cold beer. That's it. All right, guys, those were 2 easy dishes to make that'll make you shine with the homies. Next time you guys are in Vegas, please make sure to come check us out at Park MGM, and we're Best Friend Restaurant. To be our best friend, make sure you follow us on the gram. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and also hit that notification bell down below. Until next time, this is Chef Diego.